What if we looked at our life as a long-term project and we applied the project management technique of Agile to our life? Rather than looking at our entire life and our long-term goals as one giant, almost insurmountable thing, an overwhelming process of trying to get that promotion or get that training course under our belt or get our diploma, what if we looked at it as a lot of small, incremental, discrete deliverables that we could achieve one at a time? The sum of achieving all of them would lead us to that long-term goal. That's what we're going to talk about. An agile approach to managing your life. Let's see what happens. All right, in my last video, I said I was going to do a series on taking the Agile project management technique and applying it to your life, how to live your life better. So this is not a series about how to use Agile to develop software or anything else. It's a video series about looking at those steps within the Agile process and saying, you know, I could use those in my life to live my life better. I'm going to start with some purpose. I'm going to start with some project scope, and if I don't have that, then what am I doing? How's each day going to go if I don't know what I'm trying to do? So the idea is going to be to take those Agile steps and apply them to living your life better on a daily basis. So if you're here to learn about Agile, you're probably not going to learn much about it, but hopefully this will help you live your life a little bit better. All right, we are jumping in to using the Agile project management system as a model for managing your own life. And the first step in Agile is to plan the vision and scope of your project. We're going to talk about that vision piece first. The vision as applied to our life, that's going to be our life mission. And I've made a lot of videos about your life mission. What is it that you're trying to do with your life? What is the why behind all your whys? What is it that you're trying to accomplish with your life? You need to know what that is. You need to start with that life mission as the vision, and then everything else is going to fall in under that. Everything is going to fall in under the vision of your project, where your project is having a joyful and happy life. So that's the first thing. What is your why behind all whys? What are you trying to do? What is your mission? What are you trying to accomplish? And once you know what that is, then you can begin to manage yourself in that direction. All right, we are in a series of using the Agile project management system and applying it to our lives as a way of maybe looking at our lives to live a little bit better. In the last episode, we said the vision and scope of your project needs to fit into your life mission, into the why behind all whys. Now we're going to add to that, we're going to say the scope and vision of your project needs to be something that you can actually say, this is it. When I get to this point, I have finished this project, this piece of my life mission. The project needs to have a definite definition, But what we want to do is be able to say, these are the benchmarks, these are the things, and when all of these things are done, I can say this project is finished. I got that training certificate. I got the new job. That's it. So, fitting into your life mission and having specific, measurable outcomes, that's a project. All right, we are talking about using the Agile project management system to manage our lives. What exactly is a project in terms of our life? We said that whatever project we bring into our life, borrowing that term from Agile, whatever project we bring into our life needs to be definable and it needs to fit in with our life mission. So what kind of things are we talking about? It could be anything from, we're gonna have a summer vacation and it's, next summer we're gonna have this huge vacation, let's plan that out. Or it could be a phase of your life where you are starting a family and still, starting your career, and you're trying to plan out, how do I manage all of the details that I have to be done? How do I take care of my career responsibilities and my family responsibilities at the same time? It can be anything as long as it fits into your life mission and is detailed enough that you can say this is definitely a thing. All right, so if we're going to use the Agile project management system to manage our lives, we have to first agree that our life is a bunch of projects. Life is way too complex to consider it a single project. So we're gonna have the project, maybe our family is a project, career is a project, maybe we're working on a training program, we're gonna get a new certificate or a graduate degree, and maybe there's some incidental things, and then emergencies occur, and those emergencies become very important, critical projects we have to do right now, and life becomes the process of managing all these projects in in harmony. Life is this series of taking this and this and this and keeping them all in balance. How are we going to do that? How are we going to keep everything in balance, keep everything moving forward? The way we're going to do that is we're going to use to-do lists. We're going to call them sprints because we're using Agile. And so the goal of managing our lives through the Agile system is to keep all of our big projects in harmony and moving forward so that we can have the peace and the contentment that we're hoping to have. So we've agreed that life is a collection of projects that we're managing simultaneously. We're trying to manage it in harmony. We've got like our regular routine household management things, and then we've got career and family and maybe a special thing, and we're trying to manage all of these things in harmony. The way we're going to do that, we're going to divide our projects up into small chunks that are easily identified as this is the beginning, this is the end, now it's done. We're going to call these sprints. In the Agile project management system, the sprint is the small chunk of something that when all the small chunks are done, then the project is done. So ongoing projects for household management, maybe grocery shopping is a sprint, and we're gonna put that on our list of sprints. And then in our our longer term, maybe getting some sort of a credential, this training course is a sprint. I got to finish this training course. I'm gonna break that up into smaller things as we go. Sometimes when you start a sprint, then it will reveal other sprints. For example, you might be planning a camping trip, and as you decide that you need groceries for that camping trip, you also realize you need a cooler to keep them in. So sometimes a sprint will reveal other sprints that need to be done in order to complete the whole thing. So this is just part of the system, and we start a sprint, we work as far as we can within it, and then we see if can we complete it, or do we need to do other things along the way. So in sum, the sprint is the to-do list of the project management system. We're going to do all these sprints in order to manage our life in a harmonious way so we can get all of the aspects of life completed. Managing our lives using the Agile concept from project management, we need to extend the concept of sprints to include routine things that we do on a daily basis or a weekly basis. Each day you start off with your scrum meeting with yourself and you say, okay, what are the things I need to do today? Are there anything special? My first routine sprint is get all my stuff ready and go to work. My next routine sprint is look at your emails, and usually when you open your emails, you end up adding something, another sprint to your burn list, or you have to rearrange your burn list. So when we go through the process of looking at what do we routinely do, how does that affect the things that we're trying to accomplish? I need to do all these things, so a combination of routine sprints and then what I'm calling the burn down sprints makes up our list of the day. We need to start each day by sort of planning out what is it that we need to do today in order to move ourselves toward those goals that we have set for ourselves. All right, now that you have your life organized into a collection of projects, and for each project you have come up with a list of sprints, things that you need to do in order to successfully complete each of those projects. Now the way you're going to do your burn list, each day you're going to start your day with a scrum meeting with yourself. Look in the mirror while you're brushing your teeth and say, today, here are the things I need to do at work. I need to do this, and when I get home I need to do this. I need to stop and get milk on the way home. And then for my recreation thing, I got this World of Warcraft thing I need to do tonight. And then if there's any time left after that, I'll get to these really low-level recreation sprints. That is how you manage your life and keep it in harmony. You look at it in the mirror each morning and say, my top priority is this. I have to do these things. These are the sprints I must do today. All the rest of the things can fit in around those top priorities. You can use the Agile project management approach as a way of organizing your life, creating a harmony to all the aspects of you that makes you who you are, and in order to fulfill your life and live the fullest life possible. So we're talking about the Agile life and sprints, and a guy who doesn't probably watch the videos, he's like, hey, I made a list of all my assignments. Do you think this is a good idea? I was like, yes, absolutely. It is a perfect solution for organizing your academic sprints. If school is a project, then your sprint list is all of your assignments prioritized. This one is due tomorrow. This one is going to take a long time. Put it over here, and it's got like a bunch of little parts to it. Tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day. A prioritized list of the things you have to do. That is the perfect example of organizing your life into sprints. So all of his academic projects, school, all the sprints were on that piece of paper for him. Asked him a couple days later, how's it working for you? He goes, it is working great. Guess what? I wasn't surprised, because organizing our sprints under our life priorities, our projects prioritized, that is how we get ahead. All right, let's bring this series of using the Agile project management system to organize our life, let's bring it to an end. So we have our life mission. We know what we're trying to accomplish with our life. And under our life mission, our projects, our family, our career, education, recreation, all these different projects. And within each project is a list of sprints, things that we need to do, prioritize lists. In order to keep it all going, we stop every day. We do a scrum meeting with ourselves. We look in the mirror at some point and go, okay, the first thing I got to do is this to get ready for this. Later on, I got to do this. We extended the concept of sprints to include routine items like checking our email and going grocery shopping. We organize it all. At the end of the day, we look back on what we accomplished. We get ready to scrum with ourselves for the next day. That's it. That's how we use the Agile life concept to organize our life so that we can be the best possible version of ourselves.